Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Wigglytuff, Snorlax, Lugia, Mew, Mewtwo, Onix, Vulpix. Oh god, Bulbasaur? Oh, I think I already said Bulbasaur. Oh, it's been a while since I've, talked about Pokemon and darn it, what are the other ones?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready, set, go.
Okay, so Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Now, I know, like I said before, busy summer, and it's been a long while. This movie's already out on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital copy. So, and I was supposed to do a review on this when this movie was first released into theaters, but unfortunately, like I said, very busy summer. There was hardly any time for me to be working on movie reviews, but now that I have the availability, and now that I can watch these movies and give you my opinions based off of what I think about these movies, this is actually one of them that I really wanted to work very hard on to talk to you guys about. So, let's do this. Detective Pikachu. I know that this is based off of Nintendo's video game back in the day, and I remember the Game Boys back then. Man, they were so awesome. And I remember the card game, the trading cards. I never knew how to play the game per se, like how they did with Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon card. I honestly didn't know anything about that. All I knew is that they were collectibles. I knew several friends back in school back in the day that collected them, and it was a huge thing. It was a huge franchise, and it's been a long while now since then, and people have been craving for a live action Pokemon movie. And now that we finally have one, it's a bit disappointing because we didn't really get to stick with the characters that we've gotten to know throughout the years with the TV shows and the movies, the animated movies. They didn't really stick to that. They actually changed it up a notch, making it more of a live adaptation, a day-to-day type of thing involving new characters, new storylines. But for me, I as much as I admired whatever the story that they were trying to tell in this movie, I felt more connected to the idea of transferring from what we all know from the animated series, transporting that into a live adaptation film. Now, I know that they've worked before on working on live adaptation films related to animated features, like, say, for example, Dragon Ball. There was a movie recently about 10 years ago called Dragon Ball Evolution, based off of the Dragon Ball animated series. Terrible movie. Very terrible live adaptation, and never want to see that piece of garbage ever again. So, in a way, I was kind of terrified as to whether or not that this movie was going to be a great success or not, if it was going to be the next Dragon Ball Evolution. So, thank God it was not that. I actually liked this movie more than I anticipated it to be. I knew it wasn't going to be the best movie in the whole wide world, but at least I was very entertained by the film. But I will go ahead and let you guys know why. Because when it comes to this movie, it's directed by Rob Letterman, who directed several films that are very familiar with, that are not very popular to me, that I wouldn't want to watch over and over again, like Goosebumps, Gulliver's Travels. I know that he got a nomination for directing Shark Tale, which it was an okay movie. It was around the time when Finding Nemo was coming out, so people thought it was another copy of that sort of film. So, but when it came to this movie, I just really thought that it was only of great interest because we had Ryan Reynolds in this, you know, being the voice of Pikachu. It was a huge surprise when they first released the first trailer to this movie, and just having to listen to Deadpool's voice as the voice to Pikachu. Interesting. I mean, it wasn't a great fit at first, but then, you know, just having to, you know, visualize the marketings to this film, other trailers, other TV spots, and then having to watch the film itself, he was the most entertaining part about this movie. If it was not Ryan Reynolds, if Ryan Reynolds did not voice the character of Pikachu, and it just be another Pikachu character who just says Pika Pika, this and that, you know, the little cute voice, you know, it would still be fun, but, you know, they wanted to make the Pikachu character, you know, its own character, so that's why they brought Ryan Reynolds in to become a part of that. And then we get Justice Smith in here. I remember him only from last year's Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom movie. But him being in a part of this movie is I guess it's a good addition. You know, to be honest with you, I really do wish that we had Ash and Misty and Brock in this. You know, the Meowth. There's another Pokemon, Meowth, and I was gonna say Team America, Team Rocket, Team America, Team Rocket in this. I would have loved to have seen that. You know, it would have been really cool. Then we get Catherine Newton. Oh, there's another one, Psyduck. She has a Pokemon named Psyduck, and I thought that was pretty neat little Pokemon to be added into this film. Not the same voice from the animated cartoons, but it was very funny to watch him. Bill Nye is in this. I love Bill Nye. You know, he's one of my favorite actors to be portraying a villain in a film, which is Davy Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And then Ken Watanabe. Of course, Ken Watanabe has to be in this, man. He's an awesome actor. I really do love his work. I recently just saw him in Godzilla King of the Monsters. You know, not a great fit, but I always love seeing Watanabe. He's a really awesome guy, so it's always great to see him in this. Now, I was kind of hoping that this movie would, you know, really fit itself in having to being a great Pokemon movie, great live adaptation, because that's what the fans really wanted out of this franchise. And, you know, we did. I remember the other animated films that were released into theaters a long time back. Pokemon the first movie, Pokemon 2000, and Pokemon 3. Those are my really favorite Pokemon films. They had some other ones that are not at all highly memorable, but they were, you know, they were okay. I mean, but they weren't as great as theatrical versions. Which cases, those movies, the first and second and third movies, I wish that they did a live adaptation related to those films, and I thought that was going to be a little bit of a close connection there, because I was thinking about it, because, you know, this movie is not related to Pokemon battles or Pokemon captures or Pokemon this and that. It's you know, it's called Detective Pikachu, so it's going to be a detective film, because Justice Smith's character, his dad is missing, and now him and his dad's Pokemon, which is Detective Pikachu, team up together to go and find clues, you know, find anything that can give him, you know, the answers as to his father's disappearance. So, and I kept thinking, because they're not showing the dad in this movie, and I'm like, why are they not showing the face of the dad here? I'm like thinking, wait a minute, can the dad be Ash? You know, grown up Ash? You know, because his Pokemon is a Pikachu. And I'm like thinking, well, Ash's Pokemon was a Pikachu. Maybe Justice Smith's character is actually Ash's son. You know, something like that. But unfortunately, it was not. I wish it would have been, you know, but yet when we get the reveal towards the ending of the film, it's, you know, I really don't want to spoil it, because, you know, it wasn't really, you know, a big surprise. It was more like, interesting. So, but, you know, like I said, it was a great movie, very great to watch. I had a lot of fun with it. You know, you get Mewtwo in this, and Mewtwo is not the same type of Mewtwo that we remember in the first Pokemon animated movie. So this was a highly different one. And you know, there's just so many different Pokemon in this. I mean, they say Pokemon in this movie a lot. I mean, if you kept count of that, I mean, you'd probably be up to maybe 200, 300. I don't know. They say it so many times in this movie. I'm just like, wow. It's really exhausting. Really tires up the mouth here. But anyways, Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a good 68%, and I have to highly agree with that percentage, because I was kind of around the same area there by giving it a 69%. So in which case I really enjoyed the movie a little bit more than Rotten Tomatoes. And but it was a fun film. You know, I had a blast with it. I really do wish that they could have done better. If they ever intend to doing another live adaptation of this franchise, I really do hope that they stick to what we all know. And I would love to see a live adaptation of Ash, Misty, Brock, you know, Team Rocket, and it would be great. You know, Professor Oak. You know, I remember those characters. I remember them. But it's really hard to keep track of. I think there's now like 400 different Pokemon out there. And I remember back in the day when this franchise first was released, there was only like 150 of them. Now there's like 400 or 500 of them. I'm like, holy cow, how in the world do you keep track of all those? So I know that they had a little rap song at the ending of every episode, and you know, it's like, gotta catch them all, and all that stuff. And they would say all these different Pokemons down the list very, very rapidly, and it was hard to keep up with. So, but I was a huge fan of Pokemon back in the day. I loved Digimon too. You know, it was a great era, and I really do wish that we could return back to that era where they were just much more interesting. Nowadays, it's very complicated to have this sort of era, you know, involved in these particular franchises. So, but like I said, 69% that I give to Pokemon Detective Pikachu. That's my review, you guys. What did you guys think? Did you guys check out this movie? If not, I know the movie is out on sale on digital, Blu-ray, DVD release. So go ahead and buy yourself a copy. Check it out. Watch my video and let me know what you guys think down in the comment section at the bottom. If you have any other further questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, go ahead and do that. But other than that, you guys, also check out some more of my videos on YouTube and on Facebook. Just click on the like and subscribe button at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. It's highly appreciative of you guys helping out and supporting my channel. But other than that, you guys, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks you guys once more again, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.